Whitney Houston, the voice that touched the world, but her soul was lost. Hi, my name is Emma. Today, I want to tell you a story that's not just about fame and beauty. It's about strength, pain, and the deep struggles behind a shining star. This is the emotional, powerful story of Whitney Houston, a woman who had it all and lost so much. Whitney Elizabeth Houston was born on August 9th, 1963, in Newark, New Jersey. From the very beginning, music lived in her home. Her mother, Cissy Houston, was a respected gospel singer. Her cousins, Dionne and Dee Dee Warwick, were also famous singers. And her godmother, Aretha Franklin, the Queen of Soul. Little Whitney grew up singing in church. Her voice could lift people's spirits. When she sang, even as a young girl, people cried. Her mother trained her, taught her discipline, and pushed her to reach her full potential. But Whitney was shy. She didn't know how beautiful her voice truly was. She didn't dream of fame at first. She just loved to sing. She sang from the heart. By the time she was a teenager, Whitney was modeling and singing backup for stars like Chaka Khan. But it was in the early 1980s when her life changed forever. Music producer Clive Davis saw her perform in a small nightclub. He said, "She is the greatest voice of her generation." In 1985, her first album, Whitney Houston, was released. It was full of hits, Saving All My Love for You, How Will I Know, and Greatest Love of All. Her music was a mix of pop, soul, and gospel. People all around the world listened to her songs. Her voice was strong, emotional, and smooth. She won her first Grammy. She became a superstar. Then came her second album, Whitney, and the world fell in love all over again. I Wanna Dance with Somebody Who Loves Me became a global anthem. Her albums sold millions. Her name was known everywhere. In 1992, Whitney starred in the movie The Bodyguard with actor Kevin Costner. Many people doubted her at first. They said she couldn't act, but she proved them wrong. The film was a hit. But even more powerful was the song, I Will Always Love You. That song became one of the best-selling singles in music history. Whitney's voice soared. The emotion, the power, the grace. It was unforgettable. The world said, she is the voice. She followed with more movies and music. She performed at the Super Bowl in 1991, singing the national anthem with such power that it brought tears to millions of eyes. It was called one of the best performances of the anthem ever. On the outside, Whitney had it all: beauty, money, fame, and a voice that no one could match. But something was breaking inside. Whitney married Bobby Brown in 1992. At first, people thought it was a love story, a princess marrying our prince. But soon, their relationship was filled with fights, pain, and confusion. There were rumors of cheating, of jealousy, of violence. And slowly, Whitney changed. She began using drugs. First behind closed doors. Then it became more obvious. She missed interviews. She canceled shows. Her once angelic voice started to crack. Her fans were shocked. the world whispered about her downfall. But no one could see her pain clearly. No one could feel her loneliness. Whitney was lost in a world of pressure, addiction, and sadness. Whitney's next albums didn't do as well. Her voice was changing. Her smile was fading. She was in and out of rehab. Her public appearances became rare. She once said in an interview, "The biggest devil is me. I'm either my best friend or my worst enemy." People judged her. Some laughed. Some were cruel. But they didn't know the full story. Whitney wasn't just a star. She was a woman struggling to hold herself together. She tried to fight back. She wanted to recover. She loved her daughter, Bobby Christina, more than anything. Whitney wanted to be a good mother, a better person, a singer again. But the battle inside her was too big. In early 2012, Whitney was preparing to perform at a party before the Grammy Awards. People said she looked tired, but hopeful. She talked to young singers, gave advice, and smiled. But on February 11th, 2012, Whitney was found dead in a bathtub at the Beverly Hilton Hotel. The cause was a mix of drugs and heart disease. She was only 48. The news shocked the world. Tears poured in from every corner of the globe. Fans lit candles. Radio stations played her music for hours. People remembered the girl from New Jersey who sang like an angel. Even after her death, Whitney's voice continues to inspire. She sold over 200 million records. She won 6 Grammy Awards, 22 American Music Awards, and holds a Guinness World Record for the most awarded female artist of all time. She was a trailblazer, a Black woman who ruled the pop charts. She broke barriers. She opened doors. But her most powerful legacy is her music. Songs that give hope. Songs that make people dance, cry, and remember. Young singers today like Beyoncé, Ariana Grande, and Jennifer Hudson say Whitney was their hero. Her daughter, Bobby Christina, sadly passed away just 3 years later in a heartbreaking way, also found unconscious in a bathtub. It felt like history was repeating itself. 2 beautiful souls lost too soon. Whitney Houston's story is not just a tragedy. It's a lesson about fame, pressure, mental health, and the deep need for love and understanding. Behind every perfect voice, there may be pain. Behind every beautiful face, there might be fear. We must remember, even strong people need help. Don't judge someone's struggle by their smile. Talent does not mean happiness, and kindness can save lives. Whitney gave everything to the world. Maybe she forgot to keep something for herself. Let's not forget her joy, her light, and her endless gift. Close your eyes and listen to Whitney sing. You'll feel something real, something deep, something pure. She may be gone, but she's not forgotten. She was a woman with a golden voice, a fragile heart, and a soul that only wanted peace. Thank you, Whitney, for the music, for the love, for being real. This is Emma, your storyteller. Thank you for being here with me.